and you were to put a 12-pack of beer into your car, and you drive back into Owen County, and a police officer in Owen County pulls you over, they're allowed to confiscate your car because you're transporting illegal goods, illegal substances into Owen County. That's trafficking. You're not allowed to traffic. So you might be able to say, a 12-pack is just for you, but if you were to buy, 3 or 4 12-packs for like a party, you'd be a huge criminal if they enforce the law, as harshly as possible in Owen County. I'm assuming they don't, because I don't see any charges like that in here, but they could. The law's on the books, and if they enforced all the laws, they would take your car if they found any alcohol in your car. So, the community action, and this applies to Gallatin County too, but also Grant County and Owen County. But the budget plan and proposal for the current state fiscal year can be viewed at all the county neighborhood centers. So if you want to see how much money Gallatin County or Grant County or Owen County's Community Action Center has been allotted to it, you can go to their local neighborhood center. You can check that out. They just got some money from the Community Service Block Grant. So if they say they don't have any money, that's not true. They just got some. Now they only got a certain amount, so they got to budget that money. But your local community action centers, they have money. Here you got in the News Herald a full page ad, Save a Lot, paid for a full page ad. So, if I doubt that they would do any hardcore stories against Save a Lot. I'm not saying anything bad about Save a Lot, but the Save a Lot spends this kind of money for the paper. The paper's a business, so they want to keep that money coming in. So the News Herald is beholden to Save a Lot, which is, they provide food, so that's fine. Right now, you also got Emergency Food and Shelter Board. They just got $8,000 in Owen County, so nobody will go without food or shelter right now. If you have trouble getting food or shelter, contact Rhonda Young at the Northern Kentucky Community Action Center at 502-484-2116. They will have food and shelter for you. Or for anybody that you know, because I don't know, if they don't have food and shelter, they probably don't have internet. Right now, actually, here's something pretty cool for working people and poor people. The United States Department of Agriculture, their rural development area, the USDA rural development, right now they're ensuring that Kentuckians living in rural communities and areas have decent, safe, and affordable housing has been one of their top priorities. And they've got a direct loan program right now, and it's geared towards low to very low income individuals. There's no down payment required, and the closing cost may be included in the loan. The maximum loan amount varies by county, and there's a term of 33 years, and the interest rate of 4.875%, so less than 5% interest rate. Under this program, the applicant may also be eligible for payment assistance, which would subsidize the interest portion of the house payment, which would lower the overall monthly payments. So that's a great program. If you're struggling, especially if you have family, it's harder for individuals to get any type of, assistance from the government at all. But if you're, wife, husband, kid, 2 kids, you 3 could get a house. If you're struggling too, especially if you're working, or if you're on the lower echelon of the socio-economical scale, you can get a loan from the USDA Rural Development. So check it out. Thomas Fern is the state director's name. So there's USDA Department of Agriculture. So that would be your extension offices are I'm not sure your extension office is state or federal. But check them out. USDA, United States Department of Agriculture. They're investing millions of dollars in loans and grants to provide rural Kentucky residents with decent, safe, and sanitary single or multi-family housing. So there's money out there. Single or multi-family housing. So you might be able to get several folks together. I bet that, I'm just thinking, as a banker or whatever, if I have an individual, if I got like a family of 3, I'm going to give the family of 3. But if you have 3 little families or 2 little families, a family of 3, 6 people, get a multi-family home. I think that would be a more enticing offer for a banker or for the USDA, for this department, this government program. So that opportunity is out there. There's also a guaranteed loan program for moderate income individuals. So they got programs for working people also, not just poor people, but working people. Something cool with the News Herald, they have a livestock market. They got all the prices that's going on in the livestock market. Slaughter cows, lean, breaker, boner, bulls, feeder steers, bred cows, bulls, heifers. So that's pretty cool. Church news, they got 10 different churches, a whole page dedicating to all the agenda or all the events and activities that they got going on throughout the week. So a whole page for agriculture, a whole page for churches, some classifieds. There's a 1-bedroom apartment for $325 for rent. And also the Housing Authority, another thing for poor people, they're taking applications for housing. So that's HUD. It's at the 100 Gaines Village Drive. So Gaines Village is where you would be living at, and the HUD office there, the Housing Authority of Owington. So I don't even know if Gallatin County has a housing authority, but the Housing Authority of Owington is accepting applications for people who needs any type of housing. So there's food housing. I mean, there's I would think that would be more of a temporary spot, but that's a place you could go, and then you could apply for the USDA Rural Development, get yourself a house. So there's programs out there for poor and working people. I don't know if everybody knows about it, if they know these programs are out there, but the worst they can tell you is no, it's worth a shot. The government, I think these programs are here to help people. So I think the government is here to help poor and working people, people who are struggling. Here's Carolyn Keith, the county judge executive, is also the president of Owen County, Kentucky Public Properties Corporation. And there's a bid for the court facilities project. It's valued at $12 million. So the court facilities project, I don't know if they're remodeling the courthouse or what this is, but $12 million, that's some real money. I wonder how they got $12 million. I wonder if that's like a loan. I'm not sure. It's a bid. So I guess they're saying this project it would be worth that much money. And a lot of legal speak. And then you also got a lot of foreclosed homes that were sold at auctions. The Owen County Electric their rates are being raised also. They also advertised, they told the News Herald. And the Kentucky American Water Company is also raising their rates. And it's really tiny print here. It's really small. Like even if you read the paper every day, you might miss this. But they're raising their rates too. And if you want to protest them raising their rates, you file a complaint form, testify, and go through a lot of rigmarole. And I think it's a marginal increase, but an increase nonetheless. Some more advertisements. And then you got another full-page ad, Safeway. So, shop wisely and save a lot. so I guess you got Safeway and you got Save a Lot. So between the two, you got 2 food stores competing for your dollars. Safeway and Save a Lot. And Safeway is buying full-page ads too. So the News Herald, at least for this week, was pretty much beholden to the food stores. And that's the News Herald for March 24th.